In this world of ever-evolving trends and expectations, our generation has scarcely known much else. The content we watched growing up influenced us to copy or surpass it. Sometimes, though, it becomes clear who is in it for the love of the game and who is in it for the money. The age of influencers is not inherently a bad thing if the platform given to these influencers is used in a proper way. The three main points I'm trying to make in this video are the misuse of therapy speak, the scarcity combined with high visibility, and alternatives and ways of improvement. I do not think that influencers are inherently bad. I think that they can be a good thing and be helpful, but it's the way that they're advertising things and the way that they're influencing and the things they're influencing in particular that is the issue. Now, influencers often use therapy speak terms such as, for example, healing your inner child. Many times this is done to promote children's toys, things like the Nido or the glitter dumplings from Five Below. Healing your inner child is something that everybody can and should do, but the term is used specifically for people with past childhood trauma or who grew up in scenarios where they weren't able to live their childhood the way that they wish they could have or should have. Often, I see it being used to promote overconsumption or encourage it. The meaning on social media is that healing your inner child is buying a stuffed animal or buying multiple of the same toy. For example, the Labubus, buying 5 Labubus just because it's healing your inner child. And there's no issue with buying these toys, even if they're marketed to children. There's not a problem with that. The problem is the quantity. The amount of Labubus people are buying, the amount of glitter dumplings or dumplings people are buying to find the glitter dumplings is the issue. Everything in moderation is a great thing to live by. Yes, buy that toy. Yes, buy the fidget. But make sure that you're only buying as much as you're going to use or as much as you are going to need. Having multiple of the same toy leads to unuse. There's so many that are just lying around because you don't have time to use all of them or don't have a want to use all of them. You don't buy 8 Nidos to use all 8 Nidos. You only really need one. And then you use it for studying or working and focusing on tasks, not for just a collector's item or something to put on display. Something that influencers do a lot that is one of the main things that encourages and promotes the overconsumption is the scarcity aspect with high visibility. There are a limited amount, again, with the glitter dumplings or the dumplings in general, there are only a certain amount at each of the 5 Belows. So people will go hunting for these dumplings and then they'll open them to try to find a glitter dumpling, which is much less likely to be found. This aspect of hunting and searching for something is what makes people want it. It's FOMO, fear of missing out. You see it and you go, oh, all of these people are looking for the same thing. I should look for that thing too. I want that thing because they want that thing. And the high visibility means that more people are going to be seeing it. More and more people are going to desire this item, even though there's so few. And that causes issues for the stores. They have people calling them day in, day out, asking, do you have this in? Do you have this in? And being very disrespectful if they don't. But they only get a limited amount, so it's not possible for them to simply have hundreds, like how a grocery store has hundreds of soap. There's not a problem with making videos showcasing yourself going and buying something or even the searching aspect of something. It's the way that it's worded and the way that it's shown that makes it seem like it's a once-in-a-lifetime thing. It's almost gone. They're not going to be here forever. And creating that desire in all of the viewers If it's something that you want for yourself, then it's perfectly fine. But if it's something that as an influencer you're buying to further promote, then that's what confuses me as a viewer. Why are you looking to buy something that you aren't going to want or going to keep? Something that you're going to, they often throw it away or break them. With the Nitos, they'll cut them open to see what's inside. But what they could be doing instead is going and doing these shopping haul videos, just as they have been before. But instead of keeping them or cutting them open at the end, they can go and donate them to shelters, to organizations that provide toys and stuff to children, or even to schools. Schools would benefit so much from having a vast array of fidget toys or toys in general, especially for special needs students who come in and need something to help them focus while they're being taught or while they're learning. Now, isn't fully on the influencers, this is also on the companies. The companies will collaborate with influencers or make their own videos that continue to promote these items, but then they don't increase the amount of stock that they have in stores. They just give the stores the same amount as before, but increase the desire for them, which is, in a way, a good marketing tactic. It increases visibility. You see a lot of people go online and they say, oh, I want this, I can't find it, help me find this, blah, blah, blah. But would it not be preferable to further promote your product, get more visibility, get more people who want to buy it, and then increase the amount of product you provide so that you gain more sales, you gain more revenue? Because if people are just going to be upset about the fact that you don't have anything, that isn't going to help. It's going to help at first with the hunting, but then the upset that's caused by the scarcity is going to be what brings down that desire. Now, influencers can continue to do their jobs. They don't have to, I'm not saying to quit what you're doing to find a new career, but there are other more sustainable ways that you can influence people. For example, you can influence people to try new things, new foods, new restaurants, new activities, new hobbies, new sports, in ways that aren't promoting, oh, this resistance stepper and this resistance band and these wrist weights for running. Promote hobbies and activities that help people in a way that doesn't cost them money. Because influencers can still make a lot of money from influencing without affiliate products, especially if they're part of the creator program for TikTok, for example. Another example is promoting purchasing in a more sustainable way. For example, buying something nice every once in a while instead of buying multiple lesser quality things over and over and over. Buying nice things occasionally feels better than chasing the dopamine high with constant purchases. The buy it nice or buy it twice idea is something that I think everybody should follow. It's much better for our environment, and you'll feel a lot better knowing that you have something that's going to last you longer instead of a few things that are going to break pretty soon or aren't going to last. For example, the Stanley Cups, they last a lifetime, but people will buy 20 of them. And I understand the want for multiple, especially when they come out with new collaborations and new colors. But it's important to realize that how often are you really using all of these? Are you using all 20, or are you using maybe 3 or 4, or even just 1? Because at that point, you don't need to have all 20 if you're only going to use 3. There's always room for improvement, and hopefully some influencers can make the change to be more mindful of the environment and their effect on their audience's mindset in the future. Again, this is not meant to be an attack on influencers. It's supposed to educate on the alternatives and the reasons for why there are issues surrounding influencer culture. My goal is more to suggest and, in a way, influence influencers to be more mindful and to be more aware of their actions and the effects of those actions, even on themselves. Thank you for watching.